Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for joining our first webinar of 2016. My name is Angel Gonzalez, and I'm the Education Manager here in the U.S. Office for Shortcuts, and I'll be taking you through the content for today's webinar. Today, our subject is going to be Set and Forget Marketing 101. So you guys, it's exactly what it sounds like. We're going to take you through some of the basics on how to manage your set and forget. Today's webinar consists of some PowerPoint as well as some videos for us to watch today. And you guys remember that our webinars will always be recorded and then up on the website in just a few days for you to review as well. Okay, I'll wait just a minute to see if anyone's going to join us and then we'll get going. All right, so just a little bit of housekeeping for today's webinar. The duration of the webinar is about 30 minutes, and then we'll also, of course, take time for question and answer. Looks like someone has a question already. Let's see if I can see this here. Oh, maybe not. All right, you guys, your speakers must be turned on to hear the webinar, so hopefully if you're not hearing me right now, you're going to turn your speakers on so that you can participate today. My microphone is on, obviously. Everybody else is automatically muted. You guys, questions can be taken throughout the webinar using the chat box, or we can also take questions at the end during the Q&A session. So sometimes you might ask a question that might not be 100% related to the topic, so I might ask you to hold it till the end. Or you guys, if it's something specific to your business, I might ask you to email that through to the education team. All right, so let's get started. So first, we just want to look at what our learning outcomes will be for today. So by the end of the webinar, you should be able to hopefully be a little more familiar with the list of items that we have here. So first and foremost, you guys, I want you to be able to confirm that your company details and your campaign settings are set up correctly. I would like us to all be familiar with how to create and save a drag and drop template. Okay, understand how to create and copy an existing template that we have. Understand the difference between a template and a campaign. Be familiar with how to use a template to create a campaign. Understand how to set up a campaign, send a test, and then activate that campaign. Understand how to read your previous year's marketing information. Okay, and then also be familiar with how to measure your ROI or your return on investment. All right. So first, you guys, your company details. So this is making sure that your company address and phone number and everything there is set up correctly. Okay, so you go, excuse me. So to get there, we would simply go to the admin page. We would go to the profile section on the left-hand side, and under there you have update company details. So you guys, when you use personalized fields in your templates, this is where those personalized fields pull from. So we want to make sure that this information is correct. And when I say personalized fields, I mean things like your address and your phone number and your website. Okay, the next one is the campaign settings. You guys, and this can be found in a similar place, which again is the admin page under profile, and this is the site preferences. And you guys, when you go into the site preferences, you want to go into the second tab across the top, which is campaign settings. Okay, this is where we can fill in our campaign from information and where our clients would reply to. Okay, and then also here, you guys, this is where you can fill in the links that if you have your social media pages set up, you can fill these links in, and then in our drag and drop emails, those will populate automatically. Okay, there's a question about, is this information found on the Shortcuts website? It is not. This is actually found in the GCAST website. So where you go to manage and set up all of your set and forget information and campaigns and templates and everything is www.gcast.com.au. Okay, and if you have any more questions about how to get to that website or anything, our help desk would be happy to help. Okay, so that's our site preferences. Okay. So you guys, the next thing we want to look at here is the layout of a drag and drop email. Okay, so this here, I'm going to show you a video of how we would put together a drag and drop, how to just put together your layout here. Okay, so I'm going to play the video. Whoops. All right. Sorry guys, give me just a second. It's jumping around on me here. Okay, so here's my layout. Okay, and you guys, all I need to do to start creating a drag and drop template layout is from your home page. You can see here, all you need to do is click on your template library. It'll take you directly in here. And then you start up here by clicking Design Your Own Template. Okay, so I'm going to play this video here. So Design Your Own Template. Okay, and then you can see here we have our layout. So all we're going to do now is we're just going to start dragging some items over from our layout board. So I'll drag in an image, and then I'll drag in a text and an image, and then we can drag in some connect information, and then maybe we want a divider there, and then we'll drag in our share options as well. Okay, then I can name this template so I can reference it in my library, and I can also give it a subject. And then here you can see I can actually type in my own category for my template. So I'm going to create one called newsletters. Okay. And then you can see I can save that. And then that template is now saved in my library to use. Any questions about that? Okay, again, you guys, all you got to do is go to your template library from your home page, click on Design a Template, and it'll take you right into the drag and drop layout. All right. So our next one here is once I have put together my layout, then I probably want to pop in some images where I would want those images to go, and then I'll show you, this video will show us how to edit it as well. Okay, so I would hit the Browse button and choose the image that I'd like. Okay, you guys, if I click on that image, then the editing options show up on the right-hand side here. And I'll click Constrain Proportions to make sure that the image doesn't warp its size. And then I can update that. Okay, I can also put a link against my image. Okay, so I can copy and paste this from my website, or I can type it in. Okay, and then I can also name the image as well. So if my clients haven't downloaded images yet, they would know what they're clicking on. I can also put a border against my image, but that didn't look too great. Okay, you can also make sure the alignment. Okay, and then after you've made any changes, you can click Update. There's also an Avery option for editing, but we'll take a look at that in a second. You also have the styling for the campaign as well, where you can style the entire background or just the individual content section that you're looking at. Okay, so you can see here, you can change the color of the background, or I can change it right back. Okay, here we're going to bring in another image. Okay, so we want to select this blondie here. Okay, and then we're going to click on this image and we're going to do some editing. So you can see here again it shows you, and I'm going to go into the Avery feature here, and this is where you can actually put some effects like filters against your images. So if you want to put some effects on your images, you can do that, and you can see it changes up the look and the feel of the image. Okay, so I apply that. You can also use different saturation of your images, so I can go up or down on that as well. Okay, I can even put some stickers on. So you can see here if we really wanted to do something cute or silly, we can do some stuff like that in Avery as well. Okay, but we'll cancel that one. So once you're happy with it, you can see I can just choose save and then go out of there. And then it's edited that image for us and it looks a little different with the filter applied. Okay, you guys, any questions about that, putting together the layout or dropping in the images and being able to edit those images using the editing tools on the right there? Everyone's okay with that? Awesome. Okay, then we're going to go to the next one here, and we're going to look at editing the text and being able to update that information within the drag and drop. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and play our video here. So you guys, the text information is actually edited right over here on the right-hand side as well. So I can copy and paste in information, or I can use, type in my own words. And then again, you guys, I'm in the styling here now, and you can see how we can change the colors again and how we can change our font if we'd like. Yep. If we'd like the color to match our logo, we can change our font color. Okay, you can also align the text. So here we have it at the left, and then we'll turn it to the center. We could change the spacing and then the padding on that area. Okay, remember too, you guys, that Shortcuts offers you from your promotion copy content library different text and information that you can use. Okay, looks like we have a question. The question is, how do you put in your own pictures? So you guys, you saw the video of how we uploaded and we browsed to the library. Shortcuts, of course, has the library of images that you use. However, when you go into the Browse button at the bottom of that page, there's a Browse and Upload button. So you can actually upload any of your own images that you'd like. All right. Any other questions about editing or entering in text here? Awesome. Everybody's good. Okay. The next thing we want to talk about here, you guys, is in the drag and drop, how to enter in our links and also add some dividers. Okay. So in this template, we put in some connect links. So here we'll take a look at the video on how it will actually show us how to edit those. So you guys, if I click in that area, I can check and uncheck the connect links that I want to have there. Okay, and this information, of course, you guys, fills in from the site preferences that we looked at before. Okay, you can also edit those links in here if we need to for any reason. Okay, so you can see that's what they're doing now. Okay, and then with my divider, if I click on my divider, there's two things I can change about that, and that's the width and also the color. So if I don't want it to be gray and I want it to be this pretty blue color, I can change that. Okay, and you can see I can put that to the center, to the right, to the left, and I can also decide I just want the share and tweet and maybe not the email option. Okay, and again, you guys, I'm going to say it one more time. Remember that if you enter those links into your site preferences ahead of time, you won't have to enter them in when you're entering your connect links in your drag and drop template. All right, so the next thing we want to talk about with the drag and drop, or actually with any template, you guys, is how we copy a template. Because sometimes once we've created one, we love it so much that we just want to keep using it. So what we can do is we can, excuse me, is we can create copies of that template, and then we can maybe just change the offer or change the wording and make it a different type of email. So you can see here right at the bottom we have the create a new copy, and if we click on that, you can see up at the top it says a new copy of the template was successfully saved. Okay, then you can go ahead and rename it to your February newsletter. Okay, change our subject to Happy Valentine's Day and then save that. So now you guys, if I go back to the template library, you can see I have my January newsletter and then also the February newsletter as well. Guys, I'm actually going to play that one more time for you. So again, just right out here at the bottom, I click Create New Copy. I click OK. It'll tell you that it's saved a new copy. You can then rename the current version that you're looking at and give it a new subject. Okay, and then save that. And then when we go back to the library, under our newsletters, we have both February and January. Okay, that's a tool that we use here a lot, especially when we're creating templates, because we never want to start from scratch. Because who wants to do the work over, right? All right, so you guys, this brings us to create a campaign from a template. You guys, this is a video as well, and this video is quite long, so you might see that I'm going to pause in the middle here. I might even have to go back a little bit, but so we'll go through this video here, and the purpose of this one, you guys, is to understand how to create a campaign from a template. Okay, so you guys, it's really important to understand that the template, well, the difference between a template and a campaign. So the template itself is really just the design or the look and feel of what your email will look like. The campaign itself is really everything else. It's, you know, who does it go to? When does it send out? Why is it sending? Is it a once only? Is it an ongoing email? So, the template, again, just the design, and the campaign is everything else. Okay, so once you're happy with the template, you guys, we can take a look in the template library and we can actually just click use this template underneath the template that we've created, and then this will create the campaign for us. Okay, so you can see use this template, and then it opens right up into our drag and drop. Okay, and the first thing I want to do here is just pop in a subject. Okay, you guys, you can actually enter the personalized field of the given name into your subject to make sure that it personalizes it a bit. So when that client sees that email in their inbox, it says Happy New Year, Angel, instead of just Happy New Year, right? So it feels like it's a little more personalized for us. Okay, you can also see, you guys, I still have the editing options in there as well, right? So I can still make edits and changes to this campaign if I'd like. However, keep in mind that that will not save in your template library. Okay, so anything you change in the template to the campaign, it only will save in that campaign. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play this again. Yep, I can also view them in the mobile view. So if I want to see what it's going to look like on a mobile device, or if I want to see what it's going to look like on the web as well. Okay, over on the right as well, you guys, you can see that I have those 3 different options to check off. So you can see the first one is include a refer a friend link. So if you'd like the client to be able to send this on to a friend, then you can certainly include a refer a friend link. Include online viewing link. You always want to make sure that that's checked. That is checked by default as well, you guys. So to include the online viewing link just means that at the top of the email, if they can't, for whatever reason, download your images, they can view it in a web browser. Okay, and then make all links trackable, and I'd always recommend doing this as well. And you guys, what that means is that your links will become, like it says, trackable. So each time a client clicks on anything that's in there, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, we'll be able to see how many people clicked on that and the traffic. Looks like I have a question, so I'm going to take a look here. The question is, where do you click to see the mobile view? So you guys, right up here above the template, you can see that I have these 2 options right here. One that looks like a little cell phone and one that kind of looks like a computer screen, and they both have a magnifying glass on them. So if you click on those will pop up and show you the view. So you can see again what it would look like on a mobile device or a computer. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're going to start the video again. Okay, so once you've gone through there and checked all those boxes, now we're going to go through to the send options. So up at the top, you can see the campaign name. This doesn't go to the client, so this is for your records. So you probably change it up and just put January newsletter. Also, you choose the frequency, so is it a once only or a set and forget? You guys, if it's a once only, you're going to click a single date. If it's a set and forget, you're going to have to choose a start date and an end date. Okay, shortcuts, we would always recommend that you push it out quite a ways just to make sure that your campaign doesn't cancel or end before you remember to go back in and create a new one. So we would always recommend just push it out to a much further date in the future, keeping in mind that you can always cancel these and make changes to them, or cancel them and create new ones if necessary. Also, you guys, we're going to keep this set to use demographic criteria, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But basically, when we set it to use demographic criteria, we're saying that we want to specify who this goes to using the next tab up there at the top. Okay. Also, we can put in a start time and then the sent from details and also the reply to details. You guys, I just want to remind you again, I know I keep harping on this, but if you fill that information out in your site preferences, you do not have to fill it out each and every time you create a campaign. Okay, so I'm going to start our video again. Okay, so here is where I put in that start time, or what time the email goes out. Okay, you guys, it says only send one copy where people are sharing an email address. So in the event that we have duplicates, our clients would only get one copy of it. Okay, so here we are on the demographic criteria, you guys. So generally for our blast type emails, we want it to go to everybody. So you can see here in the green box, it says this campaign will send to all members. So of course, you guys, that means all members with an email address. Okay, but of course the demographic information here is how I can filter who it goes to. So we're not going to spend too much time on this here, you guys, but we will just show you here how to add some general information. Okay, so here, if I click on that little plus sign, that's how I can add a filter or a demographic. So we'll just go to the core demographics and we'll look at personal details. And this is where I can choose to filter by gender. Okay, and then I can say this campaign's only going to females. Okay, you guys remember though, if you want to filter using something like that, you have to be tracking that information in your database. So if in your shortcut system you're not using whether or not they're male or female, then you wouldn't be able to send out an email filtering that. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, so down here, now that we've saved that, you can see that this campaign will send to members where gender is female. Okay. At this point, I want to take this off because I don't actually want to filter it. So if I click that minus sign, it'll remove it. Okay, and then I can carry on and I can go save and continue. Okay, and this is going to take us on to the promotion codes. So you guys, the promotion codes are used if there is any type of discount or promotion attached to your email. So oftentimes you can set these up ahead of time. You can see that we didn't here because we actually want to step you through how to set those up. Okay, so from here, I'm going to go ahead and play the video again. We're going to go to the admin page. So you can go up at the top, yep, right to admin. And then down at the bottom on the right, underneath resources, we'll go into promotion codes. I can create a new promotion code. The name needs to be easily identifiable. So you can see here, we'll just type in news Jan for newsletter. Okay, then we'll go home and we'll go right back to edit a draft campaign and we'll click on the one we were working on. I can go right back to the promotion codes tab. It's thinking about it, yep. And check that promotion code, and then I can save and continue and carry on to my social section. Okay, in the social section here, this is really important as well because here this actually gives us the ability to post these templates and or campaigns that we're sending out to our client database. It also allows us to put it on Facebook or put it on Twitter as well. Okay, so you guys, targeted type emails like the happy birthday and the we miss you, those are not emails that we would recommend you post to your Facebook page, right? Because those are client specific or for certain individuals. But for ones that are blast type emails or, you know, your happy new year or your happy Valentine's Day newsletters, these can certainly go on your social media. Okay, this then enables people that might not even be your clients to see this information, and also for your clients or people that like you on Facebook or follow you on Twitter to share these or retweet these as well. Okay, excuse me. So I'll just start the video again. So you can see here, I'm just updating the subject and I'm going to put a little blurb in here. Okay, and then I do need to log in. Okay, it'll show you're logged in. I also need to click show link to read the message online. And if I refresh the list, I obviously don't want to put it on my profile, so I want to put it to my salon. And then I can go save and continue. At this point, you guys, I do need to send a test. It will always make me do that. Okay, so I just click send test. Of course, at this point, you guys, you would want to review your test email that you've gotten, right? Make sure all your links are working correctly. Make sure you look at the subject line and you're happy with what it says. Make sure you spell check it and just make sure that everything looks exactly like you thought it would. And you can see that these check boxes here tell us to do all of that. Okay, so we'll go through and we'll check all of those off. And then we'll activate, first we're going to check who gets it, okay, and then we'll activate the campaign. Okay. And then it comes back and it actually tells you that the campaign is successful and now active. Okay. Any questions about that, you guys? Again, remember the good news is this webinar will be recorded, so you guys will be able to go back and review this as well. Okay, now we just created a campaign that has a promotion code in it. Okay, and that promotion code was $20, or excuse me, 20% off waxing or facials with Sarah, I believe. Okay, so you guys, anytime you have a promotion code or a discount in your emails, you should then come into Shortcuts and create a discount reason for that as well. So when the client brings in that promotion, your staff knows which discount reason to use. Okay, and then we can also link that promotion code in the discount reason so that that information gets tracked. And that's the way that we track ROI, or the return on investment. So again, we're going to watch this video here. Okay, so we log into Shortcuts, we select our discount reason. I click Use Set and Forget Promotion. All of my promotions pop up, and then I link the one I need. And then I just want to save that. Okay, that's probably something that a lot of you aren't doing at the moment, but it's really important, right, to be able to tell how successful our campaigns are, and to be able to tell if the work that we're putting into doing certain types of emails are actually useful for us. Any questions so far, you guys? Seems like everyone's doing okay. All right, awesome. We'll move on. The next thing we want to talk about, you guys, is how to review your campaign results and how to take a look at how these campaigns are doing, to be able to look at the past results last year, the campaigns that I did, were they successful? When did clients open emails and things like that? So in your campaign manager, which you guys, when you log in, you can see right up on the top on the left, right up here, you can come straight into your campaign manager. And there's a number of different ways that we can search for campaigns. So up here, you can look at just active campaigns or all campaigns. You can look at certain date ranges as well. Once you set your filter, you click Search History, and then you'll see that information here. Looks like I might have a question. Let me take a look. Oh. Okay. Anybody that's mentioning issues about the templates or saving anything or anything like that, you'll need to speak to the help desk about that. Today is an education and a learning environment, so yeah, please just call our help desk and report any issues that you're having. All right, you guys, so in our campaign manager here, you can see that I can see the active status, and I can see all the different statistics about the campaign. And then I have this full summary option right there. If you click on the full summary, I want to go through what you would see for each campaign when you do that. So the first thing that I would see up at the top is I would just see some general information, okay? So such as the campaign name, the subject line, when the campaign was created, when it was sent out, and then also the day that the report was generated. Okay, so meaning when I looked at this individual information. So it's just telling you when you clicked on it, basically. Okay, then below that, it's going to show us information about our opening hours. So this is a campaign overview showing us when our clients actually opened. Okay, so you can see here that my peak hours are between like 6 and 8 p.m. really. Okay, so you guys, your peak opening hours might make you consider, or trigger you to change the times that you're sending them out, because maybe I'm sending them out at a time later than my clients want to look at them, or maybe I'm sending them out too early in the day and then my emails get lost in their inbox. Okay, so if clients are opening emails like at 6 o'clock, maybe I want to send it at 5 o'clock so that it's right there when they go to read them. All right. You guys, this breakdown here that we're seeing, the first details here, this is the information that you actually see on the Campaign Manager homepage. So this is how many were delivered, how many were open, opted out, and bounced back. Okay, then the next information here, these statistics are actually based upon the people that opened it. Okay, so here we have 23.7% that opened it, and then 3% unique clicks, and then 2.6% of those people opted out. Okay, you'll also get information about social activity. So you guys, we just talked about posting it to Facebook and posting it to Twitter, right? So if we do that, we can see likes and comments, and we can actually click through to those and see them from here. Okay, and we can see the retweets as well. So you'll get a number populated here, and then I can click on it to see those likes and see those comments. Okay, and then underneath that, you guys, any links that we added in, of course, if we have that checkbox checked to make sure that we create all our links as trackable links, we'll be able to track how many people clicked on them and went through to our website, our Facebook, or maybe our online booking. And you can see it breaks it down, and then it gives you a total as well. Okay, you guys, any questions about the campaign summary there? All right, great. Okay, so you guys, the very last thing on our subject today to talk about is how to measure your ROI. So again, we want to make sure that the emails and the information that we're sending out to our clients is actually useful for us. So from your home page, if you click on reports and statistics, it'll take you through to be able to view a few reports. There's a couple we want to talk about. So the first one is the ROI, or the return on investment report, which will give you an overall look at the store or the salon's details. Okay, so you can see here, it gives us the information, members in the database, members in that database with emails, so you can kind of see what your email ratio is there. First campaign, last campaign, if I had promo codes set up, sent, delivered, and so on. Okay, over here it even gives you your responses as a percentage of the emails open, which is great. Whoops. Then the bottom one, you guys, is the partner activity report, and this one breaks it down per campaign. So then you can see all the information again about sent, delivered, and opened, but all the way over here, your responses. How many people actually brought it back that opened it? What was your response rate? What was the discount? What did clients spend? Okay, so that can be really useful and powerful for you to understand, again, which ones are useful to you. Which ones bring in clients? Which ones bring in money? What are our clients responding to? Okay, so you guys, that brings us to the summary of what we should have learned today. Okay, so again, we've gone through quite a few things. Hopefully you guys were able to take a bunch of notes and, you know, just get some new tips and tricks on how to manage your set and forget templates and campaigns. So again, you guys, if you haven't already, make sure you update those company details and campaign settings. You can go in and practice on reviewing and creating a drag and drop template, how to copy a template after you've actually created one. And you guys, again, the difference between a template and a campaign, the template is the design and the campaign is how it functions, who it goes out to. Okay, the difference, how to take a template and create a campaign out of it by clicking use this template, and then how to set up that campaign, send a test, and activate it. Okay, we also looked at how to review the campaign summary through the campaign manager, and then how to measure your ROI. So you can look at those reports at any time, you guys. Again, that's from your home page, reports and statistics, and the two reports are the return on investment and the partner activity. So you guys, now I'm going to open it up to a Q&A session here for a few minutes. Okay, so if anybody has more questions that they want to ask, let's take a look. We might have one here. Okay, so the question is the feature available in standard shortcuts? You do have to have set and forget marketing or our smart package to be able to access this feature. So if that's something that you guys don't currently have, I'll give some information in just a few minutes on how you can contact the office. The GCast website, Jose, is where we manage and set up all of our templates and campaigns. Okay. And you guys, if this is something that you don't have yet or you don't have set up and you've signed up for it, you do get one-on-one education when you sign up for the package if you purchase the education with it. Okay. Okay, so again, you guys, we have, oh, looks, more questions. The website again is www.gcast.com.au. And you guys, you can access that from any computer that has internet access. It does not have to be your Shortcuts computer. All right. So I just want to talk about our education offer that we have right now as well, you guys. Set and Forget Marketing actually happens to be one of them. So if you feel like, this webinar was really great, but I would really love to have some one-on-one training, you guys, generally our Set and Forget training is about an hour and a half, and it's normally $195. But right now it's on special for $149. So again, if you feel like you need some one-on-one in this area, feel free to give our business development team a call and they'll work with you on that. Also, you guys, we're offering a special on inventory management right now as well. Generally, that's a 2-hour class, and normally the price of that is $299, and right now we're discounting that $100 down to $199. Okay. Also, you guys, I always want to make sure you know about our future webinars that are coming up. So we have the ones scheduled for February and March already as well. So February is going to be managing employee performance with shortcuts. Okay, and so that's Monday the 29th. Yes, it's a leap year at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And then Inventory Management 101. Okay, so we know a lot of you guys are interested in how to manage your inventory. So that's going to be March 28th, again at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Okay, and you guys know you can always go to our website let's show that information. You can always go to our website to sign up for the webinars, so shortcuts.net/webinars. And you guys, all of our past webinars are set up in the webinar library as well to view, just like this one will be. So shortcuts.net/webinars/webinar-library. Okay, and for any of you that would like to speak to your BD representative, your business development representative about Set and Forget or any type of training, you can call them here. And you guys, if you need to ask the education department any questions or just want to send some information through to us, you can always reach us here, education@shortcuts.net. And of course, you can always post comments to our Facebook page as well. So if anybody still has any questions, we'll hold on for a few more minutes here. I'm going to go back to that webinar page really quick. Okay, and then I'll flip back to the details in case you need to contact us. All right, well, it looks like everybody got their questions answered. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. I hope everybody learned a lot about Set and Forget, and anything that you didn't that you're going to pick up when you watch the video after. Again, you guys, thanks so much for spending your morning with me, or afternoon if you're in the East Coast.